My name is Dave Wapple and welcome to FTD Facts, the channel where we teach you everything, well, about everything. We talk about either the cosmos, space, we talk about, celebrities, but in this case, we're doing part 2 to India. Because you guys were like, yo, do a part 2. Like, look, how many of you guys said do a part 2? I mean, that's just amazing. So let's get right into it. Let's do part 2 of India Facts. By the way, also, if you haven't seen the first one, you might want to check that out first. Yeah. India is home to the biggest home. And by that, I mean a guy has the biggest family ever in the entire world. As a matter of fact, he has 39 wives and 94 children. His name is Ziona Channa, and man, I just don't want to know what the grocery bill would be like. Did you know that in India, it has the lowest meat consumption per person? This is because a majority of the country are all vegetarians. Wouldn't you just love that if we could do that in North America here? Be like, yo guys, you're all vegetarians, sorry, but you can't eat steak no more. And although they are all vegetarians, believe it or not, cows are a huge commodity in that country. And they are so important that every cow has to have a photo ID. Now this is kind of a sad fact, but did you know that every hour a woman dies from dowry-related crimes? The fleshlight might be a really taboo thing over here, but over there in India, it's extremely taboo. This is because sex toys are completely illegal in the country. But snakes and ladders isn't. That's kind of a good thing to play with. It was a game that was invented in India, but eventually moved to Britain, where it was picked up by Milton Bradley. Did you know that India was the first country to invent cataract surgery? And it started all the way back in the 3rd century. It was invented by a physician named Sushruta. They used a tool called the Jabamukhi Salaka, and this was pretty much a curved needle that would loosen your lens and push your cataract out of the field of vision. After that, the eye would be soaked in warm water, and it apparently worked. 53% of houses in India don't have bathrooms. Oh god, that's gotta stink. India is also home to the largest postal service in the entire world. They have over 54,000 postal offices, and as a matter of fact, they even have a floating one that was created in 2011, which is on the Dal Lake in Srinagar. Have you ever seen this bridge? It's called the Bandra Worli Sea Link, and it is one of the most spectacular bridges in the entire world. What's amazing about this bridge is if you were to combine all the steel wires used to make the bridge, it would stretch out to equal the entire world's circumference. And on top of that, the bridge weighs about 50,000 elephants. India was also the first country to produce refined sugar. Now, right now, you are looking at the Lonar Lake, which is a saltwater lake in Maharashtra. And it's a very rare type of lake because, like, look at it. Look at its shape. It was created from a meteorite crashing into Earth. Now, one of my favorite actors, Ben Kingsley, that's actually not his name. His original name is Krishna Pandit Banji. And yes, his ancestry comes all the way back from India. Also, chess was invented in this country. And the first person to win a world championship in chess was Viswanathan Anand. Okay, so you're probably wearing clothes right now, unless of course, you're in the tub watching this completely naked, or naked on the couch, or naked in a park, which would be totally inappropriate. But if you are wearing clothes, believe it or not, you're probably wearing something that was made in India. No, I'm not talking denim, I'm talking buttons, son. The button was originally invented and released in India 5,000 years ago. The only downside is it was really just made out of seashells. India was also the first country to invent the zero sign. That's right, this weird little kind of slanted O thing that looks kind of like it wants to be an egg. Before this, the Babylonians represented the zero with a blank space. But this ended up getting really confusing, so instead they just put a dot. But by 500 AD, Aryabhata, who was one of the very first mathematicians and astronomers, he decided, nope, we're going to totally change the zero and make it like an O. Now, we've all heard of blood diamonds. They're diamonds in Africa, and everyone likes to think, yeah, diamonds, they only come from Africa. But believe it or not, before 1986, India was the #1 country where you could get diamonds. In India, they rack about 28,904 murders per year. Wow, that's bad. The first granite temple was also built in India. The Brihadeeswara temple was built in the 11th century, and also it was only created in 5 years. Now, the country might be smaller than most countries, but it has the largest road network. If you were to take all the roads and combine them together, they would equal no less than 1.9 million miles of road. If you were to build that out in space, you could easily go to the moon, as the moon is only 238 miles. But overall, I just want to list off some of the amazing mathematical accomplishments that India has, well, done. This country was the first ones to invent pi, trigonometry, calculus, and even my good old-fashioned favorite, which I failed at all the time, algebra. I hate algebra. Last but not least, guys, you know what? I'm just gonna throw an extra one in there for you. India was also the first country to introduce, well, what keeps your hair clean? Shampoo. Now the word comes from Hindustani's champoo, spelt C-H-A-M-P-O-O. Now this goes all the way back to 1762. This was pretty much a head massage that had stuff like alkali and of course natural fragrances. Of course, let's also throw some natural oils in there as well. But eventually shampoo was introduced to Britain by Sheikh Deen Mohammed, who created small shops which were pretty much steam and seawater baths. Either way, guys, my name is Dave Wapple. It's been awesome hanging out with you guys, teaching you guys about the universe and everything. But if you guys have an idea for an FTD fact, we want you guys to put it down there. Like down there, like in the comments section. Oh yeah, also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and of course, check out our other videos as well because you're gonna learn some stuff. We'll see you guys in the next video. Cool beans, bye. Woo!